Hey, today I will be talking about imposter syndrome and self-doubt. So what is imposter syndrome? Well, imposter syndrome basically means you feel inadequate or just like you're not good enough despite your success or credentials for your job or anything else that you may be doing. When you experience imposter syndrome, you basically just don't feel good enough and you're constantly questioning yourself. I really wanted to talk about this topic because it is something that I do experience as a nurse. So I've only been working as a nurse for I think about 16 months. So I don't ever want anyone to think that when I'm making these videos I'm talking as if I'm a pro and I know everything, because that is not the case. There are times where I feel like I don't know anything, which obviously isn't true, but you can't help how you feel. So this is actually very common and normal for new nurses. Even in your first or second year, you still, are unsure of yourself and you're still learning something new every single day. I don't know why, but I feel like the last few months, probably since the summertime, I just have not been feeling like I've been on my A game at work. I mean, yeah, sometimes, like if something crazy goes down and my patient needs PPV or blow-by or something, I'm on it. But I feel like little things that I should know, sometimes I don't know or I forget, and then I just look stupid in front of the doctors or other nurses and family members, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Am I cut out for this? Is nursing right for me? But those feelings usually don't last too long. Self-doubt is one of those things that just kind of creeps up on you and it doesn't like to go away. But I mean, like I said, it's common and it's just something you have to work with on a day-to-day basis. For example, when I first started my job last year as a new grad nurse, no experience, I was able to get IVs pretty, often. Like I would say, at least half of them I would get, but I don't think I've gotten an IV in months, okay? Like I feel like every single time I try now, I don't get it. So sometimes I'm thinking, gosh, what's wrong with me? Am I losing my skills? Like, why can't I get these IVs? Why can't I do this or that? Why don't I know this or that? But it's just one of those things that just happens, and of course, the more you do it, the better you get. Now let's talk about ways to combat imposter syndrome. The first thing that you can do is to study at home. Obviously, learning never ends. You may have graduated from nursing school, passed the NCLEX, you may be a nurse, but you're still going to learn something. Clinical practice is always changing, so you can always just go online at home or pull out a book and do some studying. I actually still have my ATI book all about newborn care. So this is really good because I can admit there are things that I do forget, because if you're not constantly, seeing a condition or something like that at work, you're not going to think about it, so you do tend to forget sometimes. Also, when I started my job last year, they gave me this book all about NICU care. So this is also a great resource. It's pretty big and has a lot of great information in it. Another thing that I like to do is to basically just review my unit's policy when I'm at work. If I have a question about something, I like to look it up and read exactly what the policy says, so that way I feel better about knowing what I should be doing and why I should do it and how I should do it. Also, if I have a patient with a condition I've never seen before or something that I haven't seen often, I like to Google that condition when I'm at work and just read about it so that I actually know what's going on with my patient. Another thing that you can do to make yourself feel better when you are experiencing self-doubt is to use words of affirmation. Tell yourself that you're successful, that you can do it, that you're smart, that you're worth it. Words of affirmation are always something that make you feel better. Another tip is to look back on your achievements. You graduated from nursing school, you passed the NCLEX, you got hired. They would not have hired you if they didn't see something special in you. You would not have gotten the job if you weren't cut out for it. I mean, that's why orientation exists. They're there to teach you and help you out, so there's no problem with asking other people for help. It's really weird how with the more experience I get, the more I sometimes doubt myself, because I feel like I'm regressing, even though that's not true. It's like a mental thing, so you really have to stay positive and remind yourself of how far you've come. I just wanted to make this quick video to let you guys know that yes, sometimes I do doubt myself. I think a lot of nurses do, I know some people say you don't start to feel comfortable until you're like 15 months in or 3 years in. So I feel like even when I'm 3 years in, I'm still going to be a little nervous and, questioning things, but it is absolutely normal, and I think most nurses, if not all, go through it. My main goal with this video is to just emphasize the point that you are worthy, you can do it, you're not an imposter or a fraud, and that these feelings that you may have sometimes of self-doubt are absolutely normal. So whenever you do experience this, just remind yourself that you're great, ask for help, do some studying, brush up on your skills, and you'll be just fine. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope that you found it helpful, and I hope you all have a lovely day. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.